So I don't even mean this with hate, but I generally don't know who the Let Them Eat Cake girly is. I do know a lot about that phrase and the context of Rousseau, so I'm just gonna be talking about that and ignore all this. The phrase "Let them eat cake" is commonly attributed to Marie Antoinette. She probably never said it. The first people that popped up being like, "Oh yeah, Marie said this," they popped up 30 to maybe 50 years after she died. So no one when she was alive ever said, "Marie said this. I heard her say this." Instead, the phrase was first coined by Rousseau, who wrote in Confessions, and this is translated from French, so it's not 100% accurate, but something along the lines of, "I remember this great princess who, when the peasants said they had no bread, she said, 'Let them eat brioche.'" Now, brioche is fancier bread. It has eggs and stuff. And it's the same context of, if they can't afford bread, they can't afford cake. If they can't afford regular bread, they're not going to be able to afford fancy bread. And these people ate a lot of bread. That was their main staple of food. That was where a lot of their income went. Now, Marie Antoinette was maybe 9 or 10 when he published this book, so probably not talking about her. But why is it so attributed to her? Because, if the shoe kind of fits the situation, along those lines. Now, there is a lot of other stuff involved, like xenophobia against Marie Antoinette, that makes her out to be a worse person than she actually was. Historians said that she was actually quite charitable and donated a lot of money, but still she was highly privileged. And now this phrase, right, is a privileged person saying, "I can't even understand the normies and why they can't afford things," right? It's not like if I told you I couldn't afford bread, most people would be like, "Oh my God, that's so sad." But it's the idea of a rich person not even being able to comprehend, like, "Oh, okay, look, why don't you buy something else then? Like, what do you mean you can't afford bread? You can probably get something else." That sort of mindset. So if the shoe fits. Now, Girly, who did it for the Met Gala video and then said, "I only said it because my outfit was in very Marie Antoinette-esque." You are dressed in extravagance, going to this extravagant event, and then saying those words. So it's very off-putting. Now, yes, a lot of people don't actually pay for their own Met Gala tickets. It's still an extravagant event. You're still dressed in something that a lot of people would not be able to afford in our current economy, or even if we had a better economy. I know she's going around trying to explain herself and everything. I would say, honestly, take the L. If you didn't know the context, learn from it. And if you've made anything, I don't know, from either having 10 million TikTok followers and all the views on those videos, if you made anything from that, if you got paid for the event, your best course of action, and it would not solve everything, would be to publicly say you are donating that money.